You're the magic worker, not me. So
Yeah.
Go ahead and say all of that wild shit online, man. You might need a Dr. Phil if you catch me outside. And I will not apologize if you ain't one of mine, fam. I cannot afford to give a fuck if it was finance.
Everything woke turns to shit.
all right. Anyways,
Oh, and with that, let's get into it.
so we got some stuff to talk about today, though, right? What do we got?
For sure. Well,
I sent you a menagerie of shit. So
yeah. We got some stuff. Well, welcome everybody. Come on in, settle down, grab your liquor drinks, grab your doobies, whatever you got rocking for you today, and welcome to FactYou, a show that could give a fact.
I'm Jason
Jr. Oh, that's Jason. You know who it is. And I'm, Ray Hazen, aka Scoob Dad Leahy, and we're here today to talk about some facts, some ish. Some ish has been going on.
little bit of ishy. Little bit of ishy.
Let me get my list out of all the stuff we got written down here. All right, here it is. So we'll start light. We'll go and start light. Have you seen in the news about the trans cheerleader?
No, I have not seen it.
Okay, so there's reports. Matt Walsh covered it. I think Michael Knowles covered it. There was a trans cheerleader who just the other day, I guess, or is now in trouble because they choked out a teammate. And so at first I was trying to understand what really happened here. So like, I'm like, oh, it's just choked out one of the teammates, right? One of the football guys.
Well, I want to choke out people, every once in a while.
Right?
I'm sure everybody does.
Come to find out that this is a man who is, it's not even a male cheerleader. It's a man, but who thinks he's a woman, and dressed with the pom poms and the skirt and everything. But dude's got arms 3 times as big as mine.
So it's like penile dysphoria, basically.
Yeah. It's like Michael Clark Duncan in a dress. I'm not even. And apparently he choked out another girl cheerleader, not another girl, a girl cheerleader. And it's just crazy because I thought at first, okay, maybe he choked out a football player or a baseball player, something the cheerleader, like a teammate. No, it's a girl, choked out a girl. And reports are. Good.
I was just gonna say, I wonder what they're gonna charge that as. Is that an assault? Is that a sexual assault? Is that a hate crime? Is that what? Do you know what I'm saying?
They got fined. That's it.
No charge.
No. Which is silly because it definitely should be.
It's assault.
It's assault for sure. Here it is. Trans cheerleader kicked out of camp after allegedly choking teammate.
Well, they have to put allegedly because it hasn't been convicted of it yet.
Okay, so initial reports were that the man wanted a girl cheerleader to buy him a vape pen. They wouldn't, so they choked him out or attacked him or whatever. Then the story became that a girl on the team was being mean towards the trans, called him a man with a penis, and that guys shouldn't be on the team. And that's why he choked her out. And that story I believe a bit more, but regardless, you can't choke people out. But on top of it, the girl's not wrong. You do have a penis. You have the right to be a male cheerleader and be on a cheerleading team. Like, I'm not against. Fuck, you want to be a male cheerleader? Go for it.
Do what you're gonna do, right?
But don't be walking around in the girls' locker room with your junk hanging out, and
or looking at others' junk. You
right,
know,
right.
I can only imagine what's up in that trunk.
Totally.
Man.
And matter of fact, go ahead. I'm gonna send you an image real quick so you can see a picture of this person. And
make sure you put it up on the news screen for everybody to see.
Oh, definitely. Take a look right up over here at the screen, everybody. You'll see it. So that's the lovely lady who choked out the lovely lady. Can I point out
that's the dude? That's the dude.
Yeah. Can I point out
that dude would kick my ass?
That dude would kick both our asses. And I'm telling you, if you have to use that much filter to make yourself, it literally looks like that person ripped someone else's face off and put it on their face. It's like I don't know. It's like I can't even think of a really light-skinned actress right now. But I swear it looks like if you took someone with very light skin and just ripped their face off and plastered it on Wesley Snipes' body. That's what the hell I see right there. It's just.
Well, there was a movie called Face Off. I believe it starred one of my favorites, Nick Cage and Travolta.
Oh, one of my favorites too. Nick Cage, a big. We love you on this show right here. A big Nick Cage fan.
And Travolta, and I like him. I don't care if he likes wieners or whatever. That's his own damn business. But I love Travolta, dude. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Face Off, dude. Like, they trade faces. It's John Travolta and Nicolas Cage.
Wiener. No, I know he's in the movie. I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about liking Wiener.
Well, you know what?
I didn't know.
He never told me, so it might be incorrect. But
well, I thought you might have had some firsthand knowledge there. Not to get too off topic. I learned a little bit.
I would totally jack off John Travolta.
Well, if he's paying, because he's
got a lot of money,
So, have you ever had the soda drink Cactus Cooler?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so that's only sold in California?
I did not know that.
Yeah, I'm recently discovering this, but I learned because I love it. It's my favorite. It's a combination of my two favorite sodas.
It's got to be ice cold. Yeah. Is the thing. If it's lukewarm, it's shit. Fanta.
I got some pineapple and some orange.
That's
and I'm making my own. I know.
Oh no, dude! There is an actual. You can buy it in a can.
It's called Cactus Cooler, and it's only sold in California. We just established this like 30 seconds ago. And so, since I can't get it out here, I make my own now with pineapple and orange soda.
I missed that section. My bad.
Yes. There we go. So I just find it crazy that this person, man, woman, child, black, white, purple, yellow, adult,
whatever.
Infant, I don't care what. It doesn't matter.
Right.
The fact that they can just choke someone out for whatever the reason, saying they got a penis or not, vape pens, whatever, I don't care. The fact that you can just choke them and get away with it simply, and I know the only reason why they're getting away with it is because they're trans. If they were anything else, they would not get away with this. And the fact that they can just get away with it because they're trans, it blows my mind, and it just shows me how really twisted the world is right now. Well, America especially, Western civilization, I should say, which Western civilization has many things correct, but when it comes to pop culture and the new wave movement that they're pushing, like it's horrible.
Well, that's not Western civilization, though, bro. That is freaking communism, and it's been creeping up throughout our society.
I don't agree with that because they don't allow this shit in communist countries. This is only this is a disease strictly infecting Western civilizations. America, Canada, England, Australia. They're the only places in the world that this shit is going on. It ain't going on in China. You know, it ain't going on in
Wait. Let's back up for
Zimbabwe.
a second. 2 of the 3 places you just mentioned are socialist states. Canada is
true, but okay. True, it's not a capitalist republic, but they are Western civilizations. They are West, just like England. It is.
They are, but
they are.
You and I understand that. I could go on a whole nother tirade.
Yeah. No, they're definitely not
about how about the difference and the meaning of Western civilization and third world countries. That's not the topic tonight, though. Is what I was getting at, and I don't want to spend too much time like discussing Western civilizations. Let's just roll it back a little bit to the facts. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Is that a nectar collector?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna light an incense too. You know, because I'm total hippie over here.
Fucking hat making my head burn. So anyway,
it's so fucking hot in Missouri right now. And well, it's not so much that it's just hot. Like it gets hot as hell in California
it's
too.
Humid.
But
it's humid.
It's so wet, dude. Like you walk outside right now, dude. It feels like you get hit, like you're getting waterboarded with boiling water. It's like getting hit with a wet. It's like when the barber throws that towel on your face after the shave. That's what it feels like if you walk outside, dude.
Well, I like that feeling, but not constantly. I don't think anybody does. You know what I'm saying?
Right, for sure.
Anyway,
so, yeah, I don't know. I think it's silly that people are protected classes and they can just get away with it. They can get away with anything, you know?
Yeah. I mean, geez, look at the Pelosi's, for example. Holy shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Nancy's been in the news again, too.
I'll have a few more things to say in the immediate future about this shit. But
yeah, I'd like to dive into Pelosi family pretty deeply or a bit next week because Nancy herself's been up to some things. I got an article I got to read that popped up that said, is Nancy going to be responsible for World War III? I don't know what's up with that, but I'm definitely going to read it here soon, and we'll see what that has to say. And
I mean, with what happened between what happened with her husband, and then she's over in Taiwan, and I you know, there was a post today. Yes, it's okay to kill babies if they're the enemies. It's basically what she fucking does, dude. And I just, I get it, but I don't. What I fail to understand is how people can continue to condone this bullshit. I mean,
people are dumb.
It's not that they're dumb, though, dude. It's
okay. Not informed.
Ignorant.
Unaware.
Yes. Yeah.
Ignorant. Okay.
And you know, her especially, she uses the fucking race card, you know, and she garners her constituency by obtaining funding for teachers unions, which guess who votes for the Democrats?
Oh, the teachers union, of course. And that's what all unions. We were just talking about that, about unions. The person close to me, remember, they were in the plumbers union, and they went and voted Biden because that's what the union told them. And what's the first thing Biden does? Kills that Keystone Pipeline, cuts out like 11,000 freaking plumbers jobs and pipe fitters jobs and stuff.
Yep.
It's just like teachers union, same thing. They just the politicians grease the wheels for the teachers, and the teachers grease the wheels for the politicians. You know what I'm saying? And
well, exactly. And then like you look even a little bit closer, and you start getting into the pharmaceuticals. Most recently in mine is this whole corona.
Mm.
What was it called? The vaccine. I mean,
Experimental drug.
yeah. I mean, shit. How many years have we had a fucking what's it called? A flu shot.
Oh yeah. Which
And
I don't trust that or get that either, because it is changed and it mutates and it doesn't really work. And the only years that I've ever really been sick are the years that I've gotten it. I'll tell you one vaccine that I do trust. Polio. I trust the polio vaccine because it's been around forever, and we know it's 30-year side effects. We know it's 5-year side effects. We know what it does. Like, we know what it is. It doesn't change. It doesn't mutate. It's the polio vaccine. It prevents polio. That is it. That's a vaccine. The rest of the shit is just experimental drugs to see what works. That's all it is.
That's exactly my point, bro.
And
the third arm. We've already done an episode on this. But yeah, so I just they're selling wolf tickets and everybody's fucking buying it, because now if you look at it, it goes back to what I was just talking about, our classrooms, dude. Children are not taught in our public schools how to actually live. They're taught, yes, government schools. They're taught how to follow orders and solve the problems the way they're taught to. They're not whatsoever encouraged to free think and try to think of another way around a problem or any other solution that is not state approved. And a lot of people don't recognize this as the threat it is. You know what I'm saying, brother?
Oh, it's a horrible bad threat. One of the last things they want the next generation or people do in general is research. The last thing they want you to do is to check a source or verify something. One of the new big things they're trying to push right now is this thing called unschooling. Have you heard of this yet?
No.
Unschooling? Okay, yeah, check this out. I got personal experience with this because I found out this is what the ex had my son in. And, we had words about this one. So what unschooling is it's this new, it's been around for a little while, not very long, a little while. But it's really getting some momentum now amongst the idiotic elite, the ones who think they know what's cool and what's really going to fix everybody. And no, anyway, matter of fact, there's a Forbes article.
Super, thanks for asking.
Right. There's an article out by Forbes, like Forbes, and it says,
yes.
Yeah, and it says, unschooling is the cause of our education woes, not the solution to. So basically, what it is the student, we'll say student because not always necessarily a child, I guess. The student gets to decide what they want to learn about anything, and then whoever's supervising just creates curriculum and awards grades and points based on what they deem the person did. And by anything, I mean anything. If you want to learn how to be, like this is what she had my son doing, learn how to be TikTok guy, well, okay, go read articles on how to become popular in TikTok. And that was a class, And
well, wait a minute though, okay?
Yeah,
now, I was fully on board right till the end there. I got a little derailed, and I want to clarify for everybody out there. This is something new for me, so I'm not trying to be a smartass or anything, bro. I'm seriously, I wonder. So, like, say for one of those classes, could they?
You wanted to learn about Game Boy?
Could they choose about automotive repair?
Sure. Yeah, astrophysics, if that's what you want to learn, sure. But the thing is if the kid doesn't choose math or the kid doesn't choose reading or the kid doesn't choose whatever, then they don't learn it. And that's the thing. So in the article, it talks about these two people that they highlight and they go after and they look into.
Yes.
One of them's like a butterfly specialist. She knows all kinds of stuff about butterflies, but she can't read street signs, can't make change from like a $10 bill. One of them couldn't add 75 plus 10. Things like that. They can't read. Things like that. But she knows all kinds of stuff about butterflies because, well, that's all she wanted to learn was just about butterflies.
Oh,
and so,
man. Man.
And so exactly. So that's where, like, if you gave some core where you still got reading, writing, and arithmetic, and then maybe you got to pick your other shit, then I'd be all for that. But
I
that's
get you now.
right.
I
and then
you're stepping in. Fuck yeah.
And the other thing is they don't even have to write anything. Like I asked her, okay, you got him reading stuff about TikTok. Okay, let me play devil's advocate for a minute. Okay, so you had him writing, like he wrote some sort of short answers or something to let you know like what he's learning or understand. No, not everybody. You don't write in every class. And I'm like, yes, you do. In PE, you write how many sit-ups you do. In home ec, you write recipes. In band, you write freaking music notes. Like, there's writing in every class. So to tell me that you just had this kid, and that's what they're doing. They have him, like, read an article about something, and then that's just it. And then they just pick grades and stuff. And it's really dumbing down. And it goes to my point I've been trying to make is the elitists, the ones in charge that don't want – they want a dumb – America. They want a dumb society because an ignorant voter is a manipulatable sheep. If you don't ask questions, you go where you're told.
It's like George Carlin said. They want people that are just smart enough to show up for work every day and do what they tell them and not ask any fucking questions. And that is the society that we're living in today. It's not 100% that way, but it's mostly that way. If you actually look at it and you look at our political system, people now actually think that our elected representatives are our leaders. And I mean, that speaks volumes of just how far as a society we have regressed. You know what I'm saying?
We had this debate a little while ago, you and I. Actually, on the last episode, we discussed this very same thing. And I get where you're going with that. No one leads me. I make my own decisions. But certain people in certain positions, they're elected to lead. And so they're supposed to lead. Just like I said, like the president. Biden, I did not vote for him. I do not think he should be running the show. But the man is supposed to be leading the country. They
don't lead. Here. Oh, look at that.
But see, I disagree.
We have a situation.
I disagree.
I disagree. I do too. Yeah. We can agree to disagree. That is awesome.
We didn't elect him just to sit in the corner. We elected him to
represent
drive the car.
Us.
And drive the car and steer the ship, and point the boat.
Not lead.
No. We're not supposed to blindly go. We're supposed to tell the driver where to go, but it's his responsibility to get us there. So he's leading us there. He's like the shepherd. Yes.
No, I disagree with that. I do. I see what you're saying, but I just.
Then let me ask you this. Then what's the point of them at all? At all? They
are there to. What is that flickering? Are you jacking off? What's going over there?
No, that's just it's.
No, seriously though, their point is they're there to represent us.
No, see that's hold on. That's where our congressmen and senators they're there to represent us. The governor's there to lead the state. The president's there to lead the nation. The other ones are there to represent us. Yes.
Yeah. They're all there to represent us.
No, I get what you're saying, but
all of them. All of them.
That's like saying that the quarterback's not there to lead the team.
Are we playing football or are we having a country?
No, I mean, we're playing life. We're playing life. We're playing country. It's all one big game. The whole thing is.
Well, no, I get you, but seriously, not lead. Lead saying that someone there is there to lead, that reflects a position of servitude, and that's where my disagreement comes in. They aren't our leaders; they're our representatives. All of us, collectively or one way or another, which is another discussion, tell them what to do. They don't tell us what to do. And I think therein lies the discrepancy.
For the most part, but they do at the same time, because do leaders not make decisions? And does the president not make decisions that affect the whole country?
If I answered that, then I would be agreeing that leaders. I don't know what you mean. Do presidents make decisions? Yes.
No. Do leaders make decisions? Presidents make decisions. Like, yes. So that's one indication that links them to leadership right there. Someone who's not making a decision is not leading anything. That's for sure. Someone who's not speaking up.
They're not a leader. They're a representative.
I get what you're saying, but once again, certain positions I disagree with that. Now,
any elected position.
Well, true, and I get what you're saying. Yes, I get what you're saying, and I agree with that. He is elected to represent
us.
Yeah, but to lead the nation in a direction. That's why when they get in there, otherwise the direction would never change. You get what I'm saying? When they get in, they start steering the ship which direction, whether it's left or right, and that changes the direction the nation goes, and changes whether we have to choose one way or another, push back, give more, take whatever. But the one elected to lead us in a direction is a leader. Whether it's voted, elected, given by birth, it doesn't matter. That if they're there making decisions and steering one way or another, that's leading. Whether you agree with it or don't, whether you follow it or don't, whether you push back or not, whether you get out of the car or whatever, it doesn't take away the fact that that's what they're doing. Once again, just in my humble opinion, I see what now. I don't think that any senators or congressmen or any of that shit. I don't think any of them are leaders. Any of them, even the ones I agree with. No, they're not. They're there to represent me and go speak to the people in charge about what I have to say. And then it's up to the leaders to choose on whether they like my vote or not. That's just the way I guess that's where I lean more conservative than you. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying, man. But if you reflect on some of the things you said, like for instance, I fucking lost it.
Marijuana affects the memory.
Yeah, I smoked too much weed, dude. I fucking lost it.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, no, I get what you're saying. We all digress, dude. Yeah. And whatever. Let's move. Yeah. Let's roll right along.
Maybe we'll have a whole fucking episode where we talk about fucking what's the point of leadership. Maybe we'll break into the definition of leadership and get into it. All right, let's hear it.
That would be awesome.
That would be cool.
That would be fucking badass.
Yeah, we should do that. All right, let's just go ahead and move on. What was the next topic?
Alex
Jones? Oh, yes. You want to go to Alex Jones next? We can.
What were you going to do?
I was going to go to the racist mascots. But we can go to Alex Jones first.
No. I would. Okay. I ever heard about. Hold on. Give me 5 minutes. Give me 3 minutes. I gotta go pee because I have a feeling. Right. Yeah, I can tell by the look on your face. I'm gonna fucking tinkle if I don't.
Yeah. Here, I'll even send you the little video that you can watch in a second, and then I can show it our window.
I'll be right back.
All right. All right, here, dude. Check this out, bro. So I got my new Missouri ID, and fucking I didn't do my hair, bro. I forgot to fix my hair.
She look like the Unabomber?
No, dude. I look like a fucking drunk tank mugshot.
Yes.
Here it comes, dude. I just sent it to you. Maybe I'll even put it in the episode. And I also sent you.
Oh, fuck yes.
That's my temporary.
You
so the
just
new one's
woke
coming.
up. Oh yeah, that's going right up there in that extra green screen that we keep for special things.
Yeah, all right, I'll share it. And that's fucking horrible, bro. I can't.
That's awesome. Don't
so
share
bad.
all the information. Just share the picture.
No. Of course. But anyway, so I just sent you a link about the racist.
Yeah, I was looking at that
mascot.
when you sent me that.
Yeah.
I was watching that, and it's a video from our friend. Oh, geez, what's that guy's name?
Matt Walsh.
Yeah, I like that guy.
Yeah, me too.
He's usually pretty spot on, and he doesn't have to retract shit. So
not very often. No.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if I think he ever has that I know of.
Well, a lot less than The View, I can tell you that right now.
Oh, for sure. Which we're going to touch on that in just a second. But anyway, so apparently, so have you seen, apparently there's a brash wave of racist mascots across the nation. Because, there's been a couple clips that I've seen, but this is the most recent one, and it's at Chuck E. Cheese. And it shows, the mouse, Chucky Mouse, whatever the hell the Chuck E. Cheese mouse name is, coming
Chuck E.
out.
Cheese. That's his name, right? Chuck E. Cheese.
That's his name? Okay, Chuck E. Cheese? All right. Anyway.
Don't fuck with Chuck E. Cheese, dude.
He's walking down.
Do I really want to see this?
Go ahead, check it out. He walks down, and he starts high-fiving, like, all these kids on a stage. Well, there's this little black girl on the front, and when the mom writes the comment, please retweet this. I can't believe this happened. The guy comes out and he high fives all the white kids, but he ignores my black baby. And totally makes this big old thing about race. And when I try to talk to him, he blew me off. And then the manager, Velasquez, she starts making excuses for him. And so like Matt Walsh says, oh yeah, the big white supremacist Velasquez. That's a Klan's name if I ever heard of one,
Right.
He goes, does this woman even think of the fact that maybe Chucky, the guy inside, is black himself? Maybe he can't see the child down below with the little bit of in the opening?
She don't give a fuck, dude, because all these fucking people do is make shit about race. I had a beef with a fucking neighbor the other day, dude. It was a fucking old Filipino guy, and he's like, oh, you're racist. And I was like, oh, your fucking dog from your house came over to my house and killed my cat, and I'm going over there to tell you I'm angry about it. How am I racist? And he didn't know what the fuck to say. It's just fucking this level of retardedness.
So the fact when the comment was made that, well, all the kids on stage were part of a party where they had paid extra money, where Chucky comes out and high fives everyone and pays extra attention to them. And
she was not one of them.
Was not part of the party, so she doesn't get that because their family didn't pay the extra. Yes, I know, whatever, but still.
No, this is very fucking good. Did the mom respond to that?
No, of course.
No, she had nothing to say.
No. Well, no, she's still
my little
freaking racism. Yep. So it's still racism in her eyes.
Shit like that makes me want to be racist, bro.
Sometimes.
Come on, seriously?
I really want to know who was inside the Chuck E. Cheese suit because I'm hoping and praying that it was a black guy. Like, I would love it, dude. I would love it.
It'd be awesome because if we had a Chuck E. Cheese suit, we could just like rock around the neighborhood. Remember, he's got that red hat, dude, and a cigar. Old school Chuck E. Cheese had a cigar.
Old school Chucky did have a cigar, huh?
Yep.
Fuck, that went away in the 80s, I think, though.
Yeah. That would be pretty badass, man. Anyway, so, I don't know. I don't understand why people they always want to paint shit as racist. Motherfuckers, they think that their shit don't stink. I don't know how else to put it. You know,
I think I might have an idea why. It's the only thing you don't have to prove. Well, I mean, any one of the ists or obics, you know, phobics, any one of those, if you're a racist, a homophobic, transphobic, whatever, that doesn't have to be proven. That's just how somebody feels, and everyone has to listen to it. And so if someone of a minority, or you get what I'm saying? Like if they go, you're racist, you're a homophobe, like they don't have to prove that argument. Instantly, you just are in the eyes of them and anyone else who wants to, you know, and then
or
anyone who
doesn't say it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And anyone who doesn't support them or back them up is now one also. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so I mean, it's like if you try to say, "Oh, you took my $5," well, I got to prove that you took my $5, you know. But if you come at me and go, "You took my $5," and I'm, you know, Filipino or whatever, and I go, "Oh, you're racist." Well, instantly, it's like everyone looks at the racist white guy, you know. And so I think that's probably why they do it. Also, it definitely
because
gets attention.
because they know they can. I think is what you're getting at.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's what's sad, dude. Motherfuckers, the people want to be talking about being racist, and they're blatantly being racist themselves.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of shit that makes you want to be racist. I mean, it's just fucking stop being assholes and start being people.
Right?
Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck?
Well, I feel you.
I don't give a fuck.
Exactly, you know? Well, and what's crazy now is, okay, so then fast forward, here's this other video that we just, was just highlighted to me.
Yeah.
And it's at Disneyland, and it's a parade. And here's freaking Woody and Jessie from Toy Story, right? The mascots walking by. Well, there's this one little black girl sitting over here, and she's dressed up like a little cowgirl, and she's like jumping and screaming, Jessie, 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 right? Well, it's cute and all, it's cute, I get it. But Woody starts like freaking out and like screaming, like waving frantically, runs over because Jessie's on the far other side of the fucking parade, and like gets her and points. And so Jessie runs all the way over there just to hug this little girl, which is cool and all, but I know she's doing that because she's realizing, man, if I don't run over there, I'm probably going to get guff. I'm going to be called racist. I might lose my job. I might get sued.
Let alone all these other children that I just ran by that were waiting their turn prior.
Yep. Now what's going to happen? Are they going to have to stop and hug every single black kid that says something now? You know, which I guess go for it if they want to, but they shouldn't have to. I mean, if they choose to, whatever. You know what's really going to happen, I think, though, Jason? Not to keep rambling too much at once, but is I think that Disneyland and Chuck E. Cheese and other places like this are just going to write into their contract that, okay, sorry, physical contact is no longer allowed. If we're gonna have to keep writing apology letters and keep getting lawsuits and defamation cases or whatever because everyone wants to say somebody's racist because Buzz Lightyear didn't see the little kid that he walked by, well, guess what? No one gets a hug then.
Dude,
you know?
I'm really surprised, actually, now that you brought that up, that they haven't done that already with the whole Rona scare bullshit. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna make money, you're gonna pay as little labor as you can. You know what I'm saying? So I shouldn't have to draw it out. Y'all know what I'm saying. It's really simple. It's really basic economics.
If they're going to have to keep like losing money, losing business, losing face because they have to constantly deal with crazy people who want to say this, that, or the other, then they'll just nip that in the bud in the hole. That's where you're going with it. They'll just say, okay, fine. No one gets a hug now. Now no one can complain. Just no one gets one. No one gets a high five.
Exactly. And that's what fucks up the world for us.
Yep. The few crazy, angry ones, it's like a dog with a bone. They just latch onto it and
chew it.
And they chew it and
suck all that fucking marrow out.
And they ruin it for everybody.
Everybody.
Something that's been making children happy for fucking almost 100 years, damn near. How long has Disneyland been around? Fuck, at least 60 or 70, the actual land itself.
Now, that's a double-bladed sword, though. I mean, if we think about it, I agree with you 100%. We're up and up on the whole Disneyland thing, but Disney, as a whole,
is a horrible company. Yeah,
is a whole nother subject. You know what I'm saying?
I guess using Disney as the example is bad. I could have said mascots in general. You know what I'm saying? How long have been mascots been out fucking hugging? How long's Chuck E. Cheese been a company? How long, But all these companies that have stuff like that, they're just especially smaller ones. Now, Disney might put up with it a little bit longer or more because they got more money to throw around. But Chuck E. Cheese, even though it's a big company, it's not like locations haven't closed down over the last, 20 years. And so, in other companies, small, like circus type, family, party events that do little mascots and stuff, they probably won't do big fairs or anything, public events, because at any moment anyone could just, well, not anyone. I mean, I guess you'd have to be of minority, which is so funny. They say they're minorities. They say they're victim groups, just like the trans, but they're all protected. They're the protected groups. You can't say anything about trans you can't say anything about blacks.
Yeah, look at minorities and actually look at the at the demographics of, especially where I live, not so much where you live, but back where you used to live, and it's preposterous to assume that like racism or anything like that has anything to do with anything. It's fucking not, dude. I mean,
no. Until of recent years, right? Like we barely even talked about race since the 80s, dude. Or 90s maybe 90, maybe a little bit in the 80s. There was still a bit of racial tension, but the shit kind of died off. Like not everywhere, but for most places. Like I hadn't even spoken about race to anyone in like fucking 15 years. Until until 2-3 years ago.
Right.
Like, because all of a sudden everything became racist again. It hadn't been in a while, and now all of a sudden it is, and it's insane. It's crazy. So I don't know, bud. Should we move on a little bit?
Yeah. What are we gonna do next?
All right. Let's see here. What do we got next on the docket? Like we're a judge. Did you want to go into Alex Jones real quick?
Yes, I would like to. Can I do a monologue? Give me 3 minutes. Give me 3 minutes.
It's all yours, buddy. Go ahead.
Hold on. Let me start.
All right. That's how you start your monologue? I like it already.
All right. So, Alex Jones, InfoWars, male chauvinist, white supremacist. This motherfucker's got so many tags on him. It's fucking unreal, man. But seriously, I've been watching this guy since like, I want to say 2013, 2012, something like that. All right. With that said, when you're listening to somebody, you could tell when they're full of shit, and you could tell when they got a good point, and that's why I continue to listen to him. He's got a good point.
Usually, yeah.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
He is full of shit some of the time. Now, I never watched him enough to get all into this fucking Sandy Hook bullshit.
No, I wasn't watching much then
drama, either. Call it what you want. However, I'm a little aware of it. And from my understanding, Alex was called out Sandy Hook as a hoax, and it didn't really happen. And some of the parents from that tragedy said, "Whoa, it happened." Now, here, fast forward. Here's my problem: is that he was ordered to pay. Now, I've heard a couple different reports, and I'm not sure if people are fucking up with math or what's going on. I've heard $4.5 million, and I've heard $45 million. Either way, that's a lot of money. And, I was looking at it and doing a little research. Alex Jones never, ever, ever mentioned one person's name from that tragedy.
No.
And that's where my issue begins. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, long story short, I ramble.
Right.
Yeah, 4.5 or 45 million.
So, what I read was he owes like fucking 1 point something to one, and then like 42.8 or something to the other, which totals up to 45 something. Is what I'm thinking from what I've read. I think it's a bunch of garbage, and here's what I think. Number one, because you're right, he didn't really mention anyone's names, so there you go. And secondly, so what are they telling us? It's against the law to be wrong. It's against not the law. It's against the not law, but it's against civil suit law to be mistaken.
Go to the gulag. You know what I'm saying?
It's complete bullshit. If I sat here all day saying Hurricane Katrina never happened, so what? There's a guy right now who's been saying for about 4 years now Australia doesn't exist. He's got a whole YouTube channel talking about it. Right? There's a whole YouTube channel. Yeah,
followers and shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, he's got thousands of followers, man. His whole shtick is Australia doesn't exist. So what? Does Australia have a case against him? Class action now? I mean, it's
all his fault.
It's ridiculous,
what they're looking for. It's.
I mean, I'll tell you. Go ahead. No, I was just gonna say that fucking he wasn't wrong when he was like, they're making the frickin' frogs gay, Hey, they did. Hey, when he told me that the fish are addicted to meth or addicted to drugs, they're turning the frogs gay, I thought he's full of shit, and then I found articles on them both, dude. Frogs are now gay, and the brown trout are addicted to meth, dude. I couldn't believe.
So I had that in mind when I said I don't always agree with him.
He wasn't wrong, dude.
He wasn't.
But he wasn't wrong, dude.
Exactly, dude. Oh shit.
But anyway, yeah. So I mean, it's a tragedy. It's horrible. I don't have any reason to doubt that it happened. You know what I'm saying? So, then again,
are we talking about the frogs? What are we talking about?
No, back to Alex and Sandy and everything, But I mean, in the same perspective, I don't have any real proof that anything outside of things I physically see. If I'm not there, we only can take what's said, seen, or shown, some sort of evidence. And
I think that was a big part of his mentality when he made that statement. To be honest with you.
Yeah, for sure. If I remember correctly, because he was talking about some of the parents were crisis actors. He'd seen them other places doing similar things, and I remember those reports. And so I think that's what led him to believe that. just like they use instigators in a lot of these, Black Lives Matters and Antifa things. They send agitators into certain public or even Republican conventions and things. Yeah.
What was that kid's name, dude? Oh,
What?
fuck. I wish I could remember. Pardon my language. Dude, there was this kid, and he was in not Nick Sandman, that's the good kid. It was Nick something, I think. This kid, and he kept showing up in mass shooting videos and memes. Oh, and he's a popular opponent of freaking Kyle Rittenhouse. Oh, geez, but he's younger. Oh, what is his name? You don't know who I'm talking about? That kid.
Sure.
Hold on, I'll look it up. I'll find a meme for you. Dude, it's bugging me because I should know his name.
You're talking about like one of the ones Kyle shot or anything, are you?
No.
Okay.
No. This is way before it.
Okay.
This is the anti-gun kid, the gun grabber kid. He came out before that crazy broad from Europe with Asperger's. Oh, dude. That bugs me. I know you know who I'm talking about. I'm just not saying it correctly.
Well, I just Googled gun grabber kid and fucking nothing came up.
That's good.
I don't know. Whoa, dude, this just popped up on my news. Apparently, do you know Tenacious D? Jack Black?
Yeah.
The band? So his bandmate, Kyle Gass, apparently, apparently Jack just flew Kyle straight to rehab. Guess Kyle Gass has been... What? Oh, snap. I'm going to have to hit up Drake. I'm going to replace Stray. Anyway.
All right, anyway, hold on. I gotta find this shit.
Oh, yeah,
what was that fucking
kid.
kid's name?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't even know what gun grabber
me
kid
off
is.
So hard.
I must have been drunk that week during the news.
No, dude. It was like months and months. It's the kid that went like I said. It was before Chelsea did the whole fucking Green New Deal bullshit. It was like a couple years before that, a few years before that. It was this kid.
I don't even know how to search.
I think he survived a school shooting, and then he went on. I think it was during Obama, and he went. There was. Remember how many school shootings there was under Obama? So this guy was like at every fucking single school shooting. Oh, fuck, what was his name? Oh, that pisses me off.
I don't know. Maybe I'll find it when I'm searching later, but I don't even know what I would search for. I have honestly no clue whatsoever. I don't think I've heard anything about this.
No, you have. You just, I just can't remember the name. Let me think of the name. Give me a minute.
It's all right. Honestly, I don't remember what the hell we were talking about at first. I know we were talking about Alex Jones. Oh, Sandy Hook and Alex Jones. Okay. All right,
yes, this guy is part of that. That's why we digress. Anyways, yeah, so Alex Jones thinks that, implied.
Well, I guess he's retracted that since then. So in the article, the link that you sent me that I read, It says in there that he's said since then that it happened. Now, whether he actually believes that or not, or if he's just saying it to appease the mob, who knows?
That's a whole other story.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't take Alex Jones for someone who's just going to say what he wants. He thinks the mob wants to hear. He's made a career on
not doing that. Yeah.
You know, not doing that. So, but maybe he does now. You know, maybe he's had time to think about it. Maybe maybe getting hit with a $45 million bill will make you fucking just say whatever. Just, you know, shit. What are you gonna do? Hit me with
try to make 40, it a little bit less. Yeah.
Right.
You know. Well, that also. Yeah.
If I keep saying no, what are you gonna do? Is another family gonna? You know. And now here's another thing. What about another family? Is he still not open for them to sue him? Because
it's civil. I mean, so
if everyone gets a portion, it splits between them all, then everyone's covered. Okay, I see that. But if it's not, like if it's just one family, you know, because you're right, he didn't say any names that I know of. So it was brought. So every kid, there was 26 kids that were killed in that, supposedly. You know. So what? Do they all get to go at him now for $45 million? Like, that's
a pop,
crazy. Right? That's way out. That's way
fucking
out.
ludicrous. It is. It's fucking ludicrous, man.
Luda. Yeah, no, it is. It's insane. And once again, it's garbage because unless you're directly saying something about somebody that can cause them detriment to themselves, their business, you know, things like that. It's not defamation. It's not slandering. It's not any of that, dude. You're allowed to have say mistakes. You're allowed to be wrong. You're actually allowed to talk shit about people too. You just can't call for violence or say blatant lies that can get them, you know, in trouble, like with their
that's the big sketch on blatant lies, you know. So that's, if people believe it, then it's true, right? You know what I'm saying?
True, yeah. If you say it's not a recession, then it's not a recession.
Well, no, you know what? I'll do you better than that. Let's just change what the definition of a recession is, so it's not anymore.
Right?
That's what they did. That is what they did, dude.
They totally did. You see that they changed the definition of woman? Something to do with the opposite of man. Hold on, check this out. Which is funny. They gave it a circular.
Are you killing it?
Yeah, they gave it a circular definition, brother, and you know why they did that, dude. Hold on. Because you know what? Because you can't define something with itself. You get what I'm saying? Hold on.
Right.
Definition. Yeah, and it's in Merriam's. Merriam's changed the definition of women's.
No.
Yes. Merriam's is garbage now, dude. Or probably has been for a long time. Okay. Merriam's Webster's online dictionary.
I cannot believe that, dude.
Okay, here we go.
Merriam's. All right.
I know, me too. So here's from the article. This is from National Review. Merriam-Webster's online dictionary has caved to the transgender agenda in order to appease woke activists. The dictionary publisher has added a secondary definition of female. That defines the term as having a gender identity that is the opposite of male. So that's now the definition of female. Because you remember, what is a woman? Well, an adult human female. That's the answer to it, an adult human female. Well, the new definition of female is anyone with the identity opposite of male. So now, to retort the adult human female, they can now say, well, a female is anyone with the identity of.
Man.
Yep.
Why do people do shit that's stupid? I just don't fucking understand.
It's insane. Matter of fact, So yeah, you know, Alex Jones, it's a bunch of garbage. I mean, was he wrong? Yeah, you know. But should he have to pay $45 million for? I mean, then why doesn't The View and everyone else have to pay $45 million for every time they're wrong? Hey, brother.
Well, Because they have to feed Whoopi. That's why,
Ooh.
basically. You know what?
Yeah, between her and Joy Behar, they obviously eat $45 million a night.
Seriously. I mean, it's just so fucking gross. And it's just so... Even I think I shared it. Oh, man. I think I shared it with you. The Rumble, the apology that Whoopi squashed it as soon as she apologized to what's his name, Matt Welsh, I think. And people think that like people like that are normal and live normal lives and have normal problems, just like you and I and you, everybody. You know what I'm saying? And it dismays me that like people are not educated enough in their childhood to recognize what's going on right now, like with people like this. It's a sad state, folks. I don't know what else to say.
No, yeah, I don't understand how anyone, or how The View is even on the air anymore, like still. And it's been around for like 25 years or something like that.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, dude, for reals. And,
well, that makes a lot of sense.
But it's like they constantly lie and race bait and scare tactic everyone every single day.
Everybody.
Yeah. The article that we got here straight up even starts with ABC's The View continued its long tradition. This is the first sentence. Continued its long tradition of issuing on-air apologies on Thursday when co-host Whoopi Goldberg declared she was sorry for linking a prominent conservative group to neo-Nazis. I mean, again, they just lie. If you've heard it on The View, it's a lie. Like, that's all they do. And I don't know
what really makes me mad is that no one will name Whoopi Goldberg as a fucking racist. And that's what she is, dude.
Oh, I will. She's super racist. Super
racist. I mean, I can handle like Samuel Jackson. He's racist too. All right, but
yeah, I bet he is a bit.
Yeah,
he's old school black. You know,
he knows the motherfucker needs a purple lightsaber. I get it,
right?
But Whoopi is like a whole nother level. I mean, just I don't understand how she is still there. She's so blatant, and she has so much hate for people that I don't understand why she's still there, bro.
I also want to know why no one's tried to hit her up for cultural appropriation for stealing that last name. You know she ain't no natural Goldberg. That's a Jewish last name, bro.
Yeah.
You know? Come on, dude.
For sure.
But anyway, yeah, so they, again, so that there was a conservative, for those who don't know, there was a conservative like rally or event that happened just a little while ago. And outside there was this neo-Nazi, and I hate the term neo-Nazi, but I guess it just means new Nazi.
Well, see, that's a good point. I'm sorry to interrupt you, bro, but I got to. Neo-Nazi? Are you sure it's more like opposed to us?
Right, for sure. But I think in this case there was actually one. There was like a white supremacist group, or a far, as they'll coin alt-right, just a white supremacist type group supposedly there was one, but they were outside and had nothing to do with what was going on, and they're actually there like in protest, sort of, or I think something like that. And they might have been.
They were protesting.
They were there,
being there.
but they were outside. Like, yeah, they weren't part of it though, and so they just said they were because they were there, and you know, like Matt Walsh and Ben Shapiro. I've heard Ben Shapiro say, he goes, dude, they show up at my rallies to talk shit sometimes, and of course he didn't say that. You know, Ben doesn't cuss,
Right?
But he goes, but believe me, they're not with me. You know, like
They just
no. Ben Shapiro is the last person to have anything resembling a Nazi with him. You know, so I mean,
sometimes when I hear about a progressive upcoming like DA or representative or assembly member, I feel like I feel for them, like the exact thing happens, like a bunch of ANCAPs show up and
right?
you know what I'm saying? So
It does suck when someone invades your event. I guess for either side, you know, it would be shitty. So I mean, there's the way. I may not agree with them, but I can relate to where when we crash their stuff, it sucks just like when someone crashes ours, you know.
Exactly.
And so
yeah.
So I mean, yeah. But anyway, so once again, they issued just for the umpteenth millionth time, just another outright lie. And it was funny. So did you hear that they actually called DeSantis or sent him a letter asking him to be a guest on The View?
Yes, I've heard about this,
yes,
but I haven't heard what happened. What was his response?
Well, they wrote a letter. I will put it in here. Let's see here. Actually, Matt Walsh covers it. So they wrote a letter back to him, and let me see if I can find it real fast so that I can just read it to you.
Sure.
Yeah. So basically, they wrote him back and was like, you know, in taking consideration, thinking about, and mind you, I'm paraphrasing everybody. Taking consideration, thinking about whether we should do this or not. Which one of these statements by your host indicates that it would be a true and fair interview where they're actually, or a fair interview where they're actually looking to seek truth? And they start talking about how when Joy Behar called him Death Santis, or Sonny Hostin called him Death Santis, and they related him to what was it? I want to say it was something, dude, but I don't think we're even supposed to say his name. The little mustache man, you know. I think they ding it for saying his name too.
Yeah. Yeah,
so I'll bleep that out. But anyway, fucking yeah, dude, and a few other things, and dude, it was totally based as shit. Damn it, dude, why can't I find it? All right, hold on, give me 1 second. Let me find this. Okay. So, all right, this is from Fox News, and it's a link to the actual Twitter page where they respond. This is Brian Griffin, Deputy Press Secretary, Executive Office of the Governor of Ron DeSantis. Dear so-and-so, thanks for the invite. I understand that you are sending this request on behalf of your team, but are the hosts of The View really interested in hearing from Governor DeSantis about all of the important work he is doing on behalf of Floridians to protect their health and livelihoods, to stand up for parents and children, to defend freedom? Which of the below statements from the host of The View do you recommend our team consider when deciding if the interview will be a genuine pursuit of the truth or worth the time? Joy Behar, August 2021. You're just short of calling Governor DeSantis a negligent, homicidal psychopath, because that's what he is, she added. What is he doing? He's risking the lives of children, children's parents, their grandparents, anyone they may come in contact with, so he can appeal to his white supremacist base, so he can continue in his career and get reelected. Sonny Hostin, June 2022. Death Santist, I think he's a fascist and a bigot. Anna Navarro, April 22. On Governor DeSantis' policies. It's anti-black, it's anti-gay, it's anti-LGBTQ plus community for the same and for some reasons the Republican base responds to it, and it's anti-American. It's what happens to Venezuela. It's what happens in Nicaragua. Sonny Hostin again, February 22nd, February 2022. I don't know why they didn't go in fucking chronological order, but whatever. On Governor DeSantis' policies. It started with CRT, let's remember that, and those are anti-history laws, anti-black laws. Really, she said, it's for you coming after black people. What's coming next? Rights, of course, of the LBGT,
LGBTQ2 plus.
LGBTQ plus. It always gets tongue twisty sometimes. Community, and then women, and then other marginalized groups. So there's the end of the quotes. Just all bold-faced lies. So it ends with, we will pass on this offer. Also, please note, we don't coordinate appearances or events of a political nature from the official office. Our role is to serve the people of Florida. Thank you. So they very graciously and very elegantly told them no, and then quoted back to them a bunch of the slander. Now that's slander. It is.
It's slander. It's freaking what's it called? Not disinformation. When you slander somebody,
defamation.
Defamation. Thank you.
Yes.
That is exactly what this is.
So on the back of Alex Jones's settlement, I am calling for DeSantis to sue them.
Absolutely.
He should. If Alex Jones is responsible to pay those parents for stating what he thought to be true or false, then they should be held responsible, especially when it's directly. They're saying a name and they're pointing at a person. You know, Alex Jones spoke generally, like to the.
And that's the big difference that a lot of people don't fucking see here, bro. This is the reason our country is set up the way it is, because they come after. It's a Leviathan. And if it comes after you or me, it's going to overwhelm you. There's no way that you can defend yourself. I mean, ask a Bundy, and then, or Lavoie Fulker. I love that guy. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, it's going to come at you full force. And the amount of resources that you have, like you and I, as a normal person, just a working stiff, there's no way that we can contend with the Leviathan that is brought forth upon us. I mean, and the fucked up part is that you and I paid for it. Everybody that is prosecuting you is financed by your tax dollars. Everybody. Of course. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It just gets worse and worse. I mean, and people, they don't understand when I call them a tax slave and shit, dude. But look around.
Oh yeah, no, we've already established that I 100% don't believe in anything federal, whether it's taxes, government, any of it. I don't believe in any of that. State's getting a little bit big for me, I don't believe in anything larger than county, maybe regional, maybe 2 or 3 counties thrown into one.
Yeah, for sure.
That's about anything over that. Nope.
Well, then you got everybody's held accountable locally, and I agree with you. That's where I'm at too. And People
And
say,
you can also, well, the cool thing about taxes that way too is then you know what I'm saying? Like, if the pothole on 3rd needs to be filled and we've all paid taxes, we'll know if the pothole was filled. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know when it's a lot more smaller locally, you know where your tax money goes. Oh yeah, when it's going out all federally, you have no idea where your money goes.
no taxes. No taxes.
You should have to pay something though, dude. Who's going to fix the road then? Who's going to pay for the public service? That's where that stuff goes. Now,
voluntarists. That's who's going to play. That's who's going to pay for it. Voluntarists.
So
people that are actually trying to produce something. If that pothole's right there at the stop sign, you know what? if that pothole improves either A, their sales, or B, their distribution in a significant fraction either way, they're going to do that. And that's what happens. We never had this shit before the Depression, like prior 1900, the first 100 years of our nation. And people
didn't pay taxes in the Old West. I'm pretty sure they paid taxes back then.
People cling on to this fantasy that, well, if I don't pay taxes, what about my roads? What about my firefighters? What about this? What about that? And I'm telling you that if there is a need, capitalist will fill it. And that's what produces, that's what drives our economy forward.
True, but who's paying that capitalist to fill it?
No, see, that's no. The capitalist is making money from anybody who desires their service. That's who.
True, but once again,
instead of paying the
I'm still not seeing who's filling the hole and who's paying them.
All right, check it out. Instead of paying the city $20 a month for fire protection, which is what a lot of cities, counties do, you pay, and all your neighbors, anybody, it's not mandated. You pay $50, and that maintains a local fire station, tender truck, blah, 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 that will actually protect your property. Do you see what I'm saying? And so if somebody has like 15, 20, 30, 100 acres, whatever.
True.
They're going to want to pay for that, and it's going to cost per acre. Somebody that has a house that just happens to be out rural, and maybe they got like 3 or 4 acres and just a house, right? They're only going to pay $40, $50 a month. Anyways.
So what you're telling me is they're basically going to be paying taxes. You're just naming it something different, and they're paying it to private companies.
No.
Yeah.
No. What? No. That you.
I mean, they're paying it to a private company. I see that. So there is a slight difference there. But once again, that's what I'm saying. That's where you get rid of the big government, and then you know where your taxes go. But
here's the difference. You don't have to. I was just offering an idea of what to do. You don't have to, and that's kind of the point.
So then if you didn't want to pay, your house wouldn't have insurance, wouldn't be covered.
Yeah. If you catch on fire, your shit burns down unless you put it out yourself. Yeah.
All right. Well, but then it goes back. I'll just go right back to be real rudimentary about it. Back to the pothole. Who's paying for the pothole to be filled? Because no one's going to pay. No one's just going to pay for that. No Joe Smith is just going to pay a company to fill a pothole in the middle of the road.
I agree. I agree.
So
I'll tell you who's going to fill the potholes. The people using the roads the most. The people that built the roads are probably going to do it. Think about Domino's. Domino's Pizza, bro. They had a promotion. I don't know. I think it was about 4 or 5, maybe 6 months ago or something. Maybe it was longer. I don't remember. But they went and filled potholes based on areas where
that they service and stuff. Yeah. I get you.
Okay, now this is kind of the same concept that I'm getting at. I can see you understand what I'm stepping on, but I'm not finished yet. So who's going to fix the roads? The people that use the roads and the people that the roads make money for are the ones who are going to fix them. And that's going to be merchants, producers, cities. I mean, there's a bunch of different ideas that could happen, but the money being taken out of your pocket, that's immoral.
I mean, that sounds nice in theory, but why would I, as a business owner, care about fixing that road and spending money when I'm still going to make just as much money and my driver just has to go around it and I can wait for some other business to do it? That's exactly what everyone will think, and then it'll never get done.
Well, yeah, no, I understand what you're saying, but I think what you're forgetting about is supply and demand. Sure, you fix transmissions, but if there's no roads coming in and out of your city, how many transmissions do you think you're really going to fix per year?
True.
See what I'm saying?
And no, I don't fix transmissions. I fix blown O-rings.
But seriously, you see what I was saying?
Yeah. No, I see it, and I can see where it works. I do believe in a small, like I said, small government, local city. I do believe in a small form of, I mean, I guess you could consider it voluntary taxes, but I do believe that, like the way I see it is if the road needs to be fixed, then we just take a fucking, hey, road needs to be fixed, everyone pitch in, and everyone just comes in and starts donating money. So it's like a tax, but it's a pay a tax at the time you need it, and then that money goes straight to whatever it's for. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. It's kind of like.
If I backed you up 2 steps, it's called community and charity, and you had me at that, but then you started talking about taking money from people, so that's where you lost me.
Yeah, it's your town. You should have to pay for it too. That's my point. You shouldn't have to get there and just expect everyone else to pay for it.
No,
it seems like you're expecting the fire's the only one that but you just said, okay, the businesses will pay for it. Well, you drive on it too. So
No, I will have to find another route around it. And if I want to have it fixed, then sure, I'm going to rally some neighbors. I'm going to be like, oh, hey.
Isn't that exactly what I just said?
No, you said you would take it.
No, people come down and donate their money. I simply said that, hey, the road needs to be fixed. We need money. Let's start collecting money so people can come in and pay money to get it fixed, And people pitch in money like a kitty, like a pool, like a fucking.
So say everybody pitches in it. Say there's 20 people.
Once you get enough money to cover it,
say there's 20 people. Say there's 20 people in the town, and all 19 of them, except for me, decide to pay for it. Does that mean I don't get to use the bridge?
No.
What's that mean? What happens?
Nothing. It was covered. It was. I don't need extra money. If one person comes along and goes, no, I can afford that. So be it. They're allowed to spend the money how they want.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Because I'm just stating that the city should the people in it should come together and pay the expenses. How many ever people it takes to cover it covers it. But it should be covered within the community. Now, if the citizens, I mean, yes, I understand that businesses should have to pitch in their fair share, of course. Also, of course, they should probably cover majority of it because they have more revenue to throw around. But the people themselves should have. I mean, not necessarily have to, but it's like they should. And if you don't want to, then you shouldn't even be a part of this community, frankly, in my opinion. You know, if you're not willing to contribute and pitch in, why are you here?
You know, then you get into the nitty gritty of what exactly a business is doing. So if the business is, say, a tannery for trappers.
That's funny. My first thought went anal lube, but okay, tannery.
So anal lube. And you're not worried about fucking anybody in the ass. I mean,
especially not now.
All right.
I ain't risking monkeypox.
All right. We digress, bro. We got almost 2 hours, an hour and 37 minutes on this motherfucker.
We still got to teabag somebody, but I'll make that one quick.
Call it quits.
All righty. You want to just move right to the teabag real quick? You want to wrap up your thought?
Yeah, let's wrap it up. What do we got?
All right. Well, I hear you. We can talk more about running our own civilization another day. You know. So anyway,
that's what video games are for.
Right. Definitely. Oh, dude, I got one for you. You should check out, bro. Have you heard of Frostpunk?
No.
It's one of those civilization building games, dude, but it takes place like at the end of the world during a frozen ice age, and you gotta build this. So you gotta build the generators. You gotta get the fucking furnaces going. You gotta get build the homes. Fucking send people out to hunt and do forage and do things, and it's all in like the world's frozen over basically, and it's like the last civilization. And there's a super bad winter coming, and it's gonna last. I think it lasts like 40 days or something, and fucking you have to have enough stuff built up to last throughout that. And that's the main point of it. And it's like a Sim City, just a civilization. But it's so much fun. I've played it like I don't know 30 times, and I made it through the winter like twice, dude. It's fucking fun, dude. It's really fun.
Right on.
Yeah. But anyway, all right. So something happened the other day that just pointed out once again. Well, I'm gonna get into it. Let's just go ahead. So today we're teabagging. Someone who honestly I can't lie. I might get in trouble for saying this, but I don't think I would mind doing it in real life. Actually, I wouldn't necessarily mind at all. But today we're teabagging Demi Lovato. And reason being is because, as some of us may know, I don't know if you knew this, Jason, I think you did, but a little while back, there was a big thing, and she came out as non-binary. She's one of those they-thems. She's a they-them, which know that you're not multiple people. If you had schizophrenia, I might consider calling you a they-them. Or like the meme you sent me the other day, Jason. I guess that would be a they-them, But no one else is. I'm sorry. You're a singular something. Pick something, and that's what you are. And it's human. I hate to break it to you. And it is either male or female. But I digress. Anyway, so the other day, Demi Lovato decided that she's no longer a they-them. I don't know if she's no longer non-binary, but she's no longer a they-them. No, she's now just back to being a she, her. She's back to being a girl. Yeah. But it just blows my mind. It's like, wait a minute. I thought you were like, you can't. How can you just change? And how can you just be this, that, and the other? And it completely shows the idiocracy, the lies, the relevance, the irrelevant. It's just wanting to be relevant. There's a meme I saw that was hilarious. It was someone reacting to it, and it's like a McDonald's worker handing him the food and goes, "Here, I got that relevance you have," And so it's just like, dude, come on. And okay, it gets even sillier. Let's get real about this. Okay, so Demi Lovato's a 29-year-old woman, adult. Okay, who obviously
like a woman, or like a woman.
No, Demi Lovato's a real woman. Was a woman.
The A type.
Yeah.
Not the B type.
No, not like the new age woman, like the old school woman.
This one, not this one.
I don't know if I'm getting the difference, dude. I see your hand, your left hand fucking opening and closing, but what's the difference? What is that? And aren't you just sticking a penis in a vagina either way?
No, this is a vag.
Oh, and that's a butthole?
That's a butthole.
Oh, okay.
See, look, you can see it.
You don't know who Demi Lovato is? She's a
No, I don't, dude.
She's a hella famous singer, like hella famous. She's like up there with like Nicki Minaj and shit.
I don't like people, so.
I don't like music. I listen to a book on tape. I do. I listen to books on tape about sailboats and submarines. That's what I listen to. But anyway, no. Okay. Well, Demi Lovato is this famous singer. And anyway, a while back she came out. Yeah, totally a chick, full on born a female, and then just decided one day that she's a they them. But now she's back to being a girl. So she's not a they them anymore. She's just a normal girl. Yes.
Let's make sure we got it correct for everybody. It started like this.
Yeah.
And then went like this. And then went back to this.
Yeah, but she actually never even went to this because she never changed anything about herself. She didn't like she got a haircut. You know? Like she didn't change anything. She's still got her boobs, still got her vag, still dating dudes. Like nothing changed about this woman at all this entire time, except for what you're allowed to call her on the internet. So a week ago, you'd be ostracized if you called her a she. But
right
now you're a homophobe if you don't. You know, if you don't recognize that she's back to a woman, which is weird. You know,
what the fuck is the matter with people, dude?
I don't know. They're insane. You have a lot of. Well, see, the problem is you have a lot of insane, not
useful idiots. I believe is what they're called.
Became adults, and then they turn and taught it to most. So you got to understand, most people that went into education were idiots that are confused and don't understand reality and didn't know any better. And so they went in, and then they didn't go do real jobs and have real lives, and they ended up going back and so now they're teaching that shit. They're passing it on. Idiocracy trains idiocracy. Just like iron sharpens iron. I mean, you make more Jello by shoving more fucking shit in it, you know. And
stupid is as stupid does.
That's right. That's right. Life is like a box of chocolates.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
You never know how big the penis is going to be.
Is it going to melt in your mouth or squirt?
Squirt in your hand, right? No, dude. But yeah, I don't know. It's just when I saw that, I was like, Demi, come on, dude. I've been saying it for a while. You're a girl. You've always been a girl. You were born a girl. You're a girl. I hate it. I mean, and I don't hate it. I hate to break it to you. Like, I'm sorry, everybody. Like, you are what you're born as, and that's just what it is. And instead of feeding delusions and all this insanity, you know, maybe we should start trying to help people become comfortable with who they are, instead of saying, oh, if you don't like it, just change something. If you don't like it, just cut something off. If you don't like it, just fucking take this pill, you know, because that's very not healthy for anyone. And I think right here, here's a future speculation. I'm not even considering this conspiracy theory. I'm just considering this a fear that I have of the future. Is I expect us to see a fucking wave of like we haven't seen in a long time. When all these kids that are in their younger years and the mid years of like the teens and even younger that are getting fucking mutilated and hormone treatments and therapies and fucking castrations and all that shit, when they hit their 20s and 30s and realize that they've completely destroyed their bodies and these people let this happen, I don't know how many people are going to handle it mentally. Like I'm seriously worried about it.
That's something that I've never thought about, and I guarantee a lot of people haven't. And that's a very good fucking topic, bro. You know, and what it'll do to our country, what it'll do to humanity as a whole. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it ain't going to be just here. It'll be majority here, but it's not going to be just here. You know.
No, it's there's other places it's happening too. You know.
Yeah. Wow.
Fuck, that was kind of a shitty note to end on, but
That was a bummer. That was a
Right.
bummer, you asshole.
right.
All right, well, then I got people like my son, so I'm happy.
Here, you know what? Come here. Come here. Well,
Vince!
kitty!
Kitty!
Everything's better now, right?
Oh, I love
All right,
that.
everybody.
I love that.
Now, fact off, everybody.
Go ahead and say all of that wild shit online, man. You might need a Dr. Phil if you catch me outside. And I will not apologize if you ain't one of mine, fam. I cannot afford to give a fuck if it was finance.
Everything woke turns to shit.